Okay, so yeah, as we can see, let's move it around here. Is their unit can actually see them. I'm guessing that he's either spotted the AZER unit or he's found the artillery. I think should have by now. Really, it's not that hard to find. Anyway, we'll figure that out in a second. Lots of them coming across here. I think we've got a big problem. My tanks are not dead yet. Well, they've been hit. Most of them have been taken off. Yeah. Anyway, so this is going to go downhill very rapidly. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get much further here. Okay, so let's watch the replay. I'll zoom in on that. Okay, that was a very long replay. I think he might be just trying to shorten it down because I think he's realized there's not much I can do, so there's absolutely no point in dragging this out. But anyway, okay, let's have a look at let's have a look at this. Let's see if he will rally. Whoa. Okay, my mouse wandered over to the other monitor and of course didn't scroll. Okay, well, he managed to rally. That's a good start, but he's still suppressed. Okay, well. Oops. Next formation. He's in good shape. Okay. Yep, he's attacking the mortars. Okay, let's see that he will rally. I don't see any point though. Actually, when it comes right down to it, the trucks don't have any weapons on them, so they're not gonna well, they just with points though. That's about it. Hmm. Uh, okay, so let's go through that again. Oh no, not done yet. Actually, he didn't take any hits. That's interesting. Actually, you can't see that one. That's probably why he didn't get shot at. Yeah, and I didn't get my smoke, of course, because the units were shot at, so their mortar fire was cancelled. Oh well. Wagons and back here. So let's go through that again, one unit at a time. See what they can see, whether they need to be rallied, etc., etc. These, let's see. I cannot see anything. Well, these guys can see a lot. Probably more than is useful at this point. I mean, a 9 enemy scene. We're gonna have to sort through that. I don't know if that is anything meaningful in there. I don't know if he's been spotted. That's quite far away. Yeah, we'll see. So it's just not. I'm going to try not to dawdle too much in the rest of these turns, because really there's not much more I can do. As far as I'm concerned, I mean, I could. Obviously, there's victory X's to be taken, but do I really want to? Because I have nothing to defend them with. I've got 2 platoons here, but will it matter? You know, I don't, because I don't know how much forces he has in this area. I doubt that it's only the cavalry here. I doubt that very much. He has had plenty of time to move units in to defend things, so... anyway, moving on. Let's just keep trying to stay focused here. Can't see anybody, which is good at the moment. One enemy seen, the tank. It's retreating, but we have a problem here of these guys are... I can't really get anybody close to it. So he needs to be rallied if I can. The problem is if he... Okay, the sergeant reduced suppression, so that's a good start. They took a big hit there. I think they, yeah, 3 damage. They lost 3 men there. Well, gonna lose a lot more. I mean, I think this entire area is gonna get wiped out. I don't really see any way I can get out of here now. Left it too long. But the question is, when should I pull out? That's the more useful question to ask, is when. I mean, should I pull out right away? At what point? At what point should I have realized that I didn't stand a chance here? Because that's the thing I don't know, and that's why I stayed. Because I obviously didn't realize I didn't have a chance here. So that's the kind of thing I need help with. Is like how to recognize that you're in over here. And sometimes I can. But other times, not so much. Okay, here's another one that needs to be rallied, and he looks like he took a hit. Whoops. Also took 3 hits. Yeah, that was quite quite heavy firefight there. And well, I mean, I'm seriously outnumbered here. The tanks really don't make that much of a difference as far as I'm concerned. Simply because they're so vulnerable to being. I mean, we have a tank here, so I'm really quite surprised this one actually managed to survive. Anyway, moving on. He's got a little bit of suppression on him. And the mortar is actually in good shape. So over here, he's been rallied. He's in good shape. He's in good shape. He's in good shape. And so is he. Mortars are okay. LMG actually did not. I don't think he's not suppressed, so he wasn't fired at, but he's now combat friction's kicked in, so he can't really move that far. No suppression there. That one can't see any tanks. Speaking about the Panzerjägers, you can't see any tanks either. Actually, you can see that one, but that's not really terribly helpful. It's interesting, none of my Panzerjägers can see anybody. Okay, we'll have to look at that in a bit more detail. Well, since I'm here, let's have a look to see what his actual line of sight is. Could he move? Can they move? Could they get into a different position? I don't know. I don't think they can actually get... I don't think they can get close enough to get a shot in anyway. I think you only need to be down to like 4 X's or something just to get... Actually, might not even be that. It might even like 2 X's, 50 meters for the anti-tank rifles to be effective. Okay, so... So that scout survived. Maybe he'll rally. He rallied, but I don't know if that's helpful. And the one that was on this tank is destroyed, I think. Yeah. We'll rally. He's already been rallied. Let's see if he will rally. Damn it, it fucking moved. I really need to fix how I do stuff in Steel Panther's World of War. I've been messing around with DX Wind in Wine, but so far it's not been progressing too well. No, well, it's progressing well. It's just I haven't had the time. Too many other real life issues to be concerned about at the moment. Okay, so yeah, I don't know what they can do. I mean, in theory, they can actually just attack them directly with the mortars. But there's no suppression on him, so that's probably not the best idea at this point. just go out with a blaze of glory, you know? It's like... Truck's got hit with mortar fire. I'm not really sure why he bothered. He could just fire these guns at them, and then that would have been made quicker work of them. Okay, so I must remember to enable the combat log. If I go to look, just in case I look at the what's name again. What a messy battle. Well, I guess that's a pretty accurate description of all battles, really. I mean, I don't think war is ever neat and tidy. Yeah. Well, I mean, this is the importance of defending your rear areas, but my problem is I don't know how. I gotta find the units to do it. And that's what I'm not sure of. I mean, there's a I don't know, 100 and I don't know, maybe before I buy any. If I just look at the infantry I want at the beginning, the rifle company, and the supporting units that go with that, and say the recon, then so that's probably close to 100. That's close to 200 points left at the 1,000-point level in this month and year for the Germans. 200 points sounds like a lot, but it's not. I mean, a single platoon costs 85 points. So, and at that point, and actually that's not even counting in mortars. Actually, that's probably including mortars, but no armor. Yeah. So, I mean, so 170 points is what it'll cost you for two extra platoons. So, and I usually end up with less than that if I actually take armor first. I think I'm not going to do that again. I'm actually going to ignore armor because I don't think it's useful to me. I don't really use it well, as we've seen here. So maybe learn more basic tactics first, rather than trying to do the advanced stuff. Okay. Oh well, I don't know. I still don't know if there's anybody around here. He'd have to move to find out. He's actually lost sight of those guys now. You can't actually see anybody over here. So I don't know if he's actually seen this guy and just chosen to ignore him for now. I find it hard to believe. Let's see. What are we looking at first? What looks interesting? Well, this is so far is going to involve more slow movement. I don't see any way to move. There's no way to move fast here. It's absolutely impossible. Yeah. So we've got infantry moving up on this side now. Yeah. Wow, cheap infantry. That's great, you know? Well, I think one of the things that I have to get used to with the Germans is that you pretty much are outnumbered. And it probably gets worse because the German units get more and more expensive faster than anybody else. From what I've been told, simply because their experience in training increased the most during the war, so you're getting better units, but you're gonna get less of them. So you're gonna need to be a better player to use them during the later war years, I think. Not there yet. I think we'll be sticking to the early war years just to get a little bit more balance. Even at this point, at my experience level, I'm finding it's quite off balance for me. This area is a clusterfuck. I don't know what I can do here. Not much really. We've got a lot of units in line of sight, but surprisingly very little in line of sight. Like this one is not actually visible there. Meaning I wish I could get. Could I move him up one? I don't think it'll make any difference. Probably has to move up two to get a shot at the tank, and I don't even think that's gonna make it that much of a difference. So, okay, let's just look at this closer and see what it looks like. I mean, retreat is now not really gonna be an easy thing, because I left it too late. He actually does not have any suppression on him, considering. All things considered, this 38T crew. Did he take any damage? He took no damage. Yeah, see, so like he has 6 enemies seen. We can't even move. Because we're gonna get shot at no matter what we do. He actually can't see anybody from that position. That may be a good thing, I don't know. So what are these? They're all ready. These ones down here. All ready. And and these guys are a little bit suppressed, but I don't really. The tanks now don't have much support, right? So, okay. So let's see. Let's see if we can move up. Corner this. Is it worthwhile moving forward? Let's see. I don't think so. Nope. Because I'm not seeing anything past this point. Well, maybe I am. So there's, but that's, I think this unit is now sufficiently well concealed that that's not gonna help. Yeah, so his movement's been reduced quite a lot. As is his. So I got a 30% chance of hitting him. And for sure that's gonna put more okay, so I think I'm moving this one back. maybe. So in this case, in a situation like this, because normally it's advisable to move the armor first, but I mean, obviously, if the armor moves now, he's probably going to get an opportunity fire from that. Anyway, says he's retreating. I've noticed my opponent sometimes uses that to advantage. He'll look at it. He'll look at the numbers, I think, and probably not rally them, knowing that they just in the range where they still will do something useful. So it's catching me off guard because it's happened a few times where I've noticed. I said, "Oh, that unit's retreating," and then I ignore it too much, and then it actually behaves in a manner that indicates it really wasn't retreating. Well, it is. I mean, the game says it's retreating, but if the suppression is just not just at the level where it would say that, but it can still act well enough. So, I mean, there's a lot of complexity in the game that you can only learn from experience. There's nothing obvious about a lot of things in the game. I mean, there's very few things that are obvious in the game. Like how suppression works is not actually all that obvious, because it's relative to other numbers, right? I mean, this number goes from 0 to 99, but it's actually what it means is actually how it behaves is actually relative to what your other values are in your unit. So, retreating can happen at a variety of different levels. It's a range of levels rather than just one value, where suddenly now the unit's in retreating state. Well, I don't know yet, so I don't want to take too long to figure out what to do. That's the thing. So I'm actually going to make the choice to move my tanks first. But the thing is that will attract fire. That will attract. Well, they may not opportunity fire at it. So I think I should be able to get. Okay, the tanks can move. So here's a question: should I fire at it? I mean, actually, I'm thinking just I should take a shot and see where. I'm guessing that it will result in him opportunity firing. Retreating is not. Retreating units will still opportunity fire. However, the difference is he has some suppression on him, so he's not going to actually fire that well. But we're talking 4x is a 4x range. It might not matter, right? The thing is, if I fire, then I won't be able to move very far. And not to mention, if I turn. Okay, let's have a look here. It's got front armor is 30 millimeters. Wow. Okay, yeah, that's not gonna. The anti-tank rifles will have no effect on that. The only way the anti-tank rifles might get a hit at a really close range is on the rear. So anti-tank rifles are not an option. Because I think they have a penetration number. The maximum penetration they can get is 13 millimeters, but that's probably a really short range. So no, we cannot even do anything to the cruisers, the cruiser tanks at all. Okay. So it has to be up to the tanks, but I'm not really sure that I can get into a position. See, there's not enough smoke here now. There's not enough smoke here for me to get out, and that's the problem. So this tank will fire at me as soon as I move up that side. I'd have to move up this side, which is not a bad idea. So this infantry has to move out of the way. The anti-tank rifles, I they're not going to be able to do anything this way. So, but they could do something from behind or something if that opportunity comes up. So yeah, they moving back. There's no doubt about that. So the tank will move up this way, I think, because that's the only place I can see. That it could move without getting shot at. The problem is once it moves up here, I don't know. Okay, he's on the height 10. Okay, so once he moves onto the height 10, he becomes visible to him, I think. Because that's the difference. Okay, so we'll have to find out. Let's do that. We'll use the Panzerjäger here. And find out whether you can see the tank from there. No, he cannot. So along this path here, the tank could move up and not be hit by that one. He may be hit by this one. No. Okay. So I'm going to put the Panzerjäger here. He puts him out of line of sight. Sort of. Not really, because there's units up here now. I think they will see him. I can't really leave them here. Well, I can. I mean, the tank could probably move through those X's, maybe. Yeah. Okay, the other one, but that's anyway. That's where that one's gonna go. Better or for worse. I don't know what else to do, and I'm not gonna hassle with it anymore. The situation is not, beyond help, really. I screwed this up a long time ago, so no point in trying to salvage it now. So, I'm better off moving him this way, but then I actually can't see anybody from there. Really? Well, nobody obvious anyway. Look at the other one. Oh, that is. Let's look around. Actually, that's not bad. So tank can move here and then up here. These infantry have to get out of the way, though. Okay, so one here. They're both pretty weakened. We can be seen by 2. And we can be seen from that. So, actually, so that means this tank will be visible as soon as it moves up onto the hill. So the question becomes, is it suppressed enough that it won't opportunity fire at me? got units over here. Okay, what are they armed with? Petrol bombs. Okay, we don't really need to worry about that. That's one range weapon. Now the guns, the machine guns. Uh, yeah, you can. I don't know. I don't know. Now, if he said his range is longer, then there's a greater chance of him opportunifying every single move I make, right? So I don't know what to do. Well, I'm not staying here. If he destroys it, I think he's no matter what I do, there's a high probability of it getting destroyed anyway. So, um, actually, the cruiser has better armor, and my range is 4. So it's in here. I only have a 30% chance of hitting it though. Not sure why it's so low. So now here's the thing. I mean, I'm gonna retreat, but it's not actually going to. Wait a second. Wait a second. Nope, doesn't have any smoke. It has 2 smoke. Actually, he's only visible there. Because they couldn't see that tank from there. So actually, okay. Right. So now I don't really want to move them through too many hexes with infantry in it, so because it slows them. Each one costs, there's a movement point penalty for moving through moving through a hex that has a unit in it. For entering the hex, I should say, and which actually doesn't really make a lot of sense considering. And if you consider the scale of the size of the hex and how large that the number of that squad actually is relative to it, there shouldn't be a penalty. I think it's a holdover from when it was actually a brigade level thing. So the unit, the squad, each unit was actually a platoon. It wasn't. So there were a lot more. There was a lot more stuff in the hex than there is in Steel Panzer's World of War. Yeah, there's a few oddities. Well, a few? Did I just say a few? There's a lot of oddities. Way too many actually. Okay, so what's 7 points left? That's 3 and 3. Or 2 and 3. I think this one's safer because there's a 3 hex here. Because once he moves into the year, he's might be visible to that side, but then if I move him a year, they lose sight of him, I think. Okay, well, no, that actually works. He's out of line of sight of a lot of guys. That worked out. Okay, once he moves over there, then that's not gonna work anymore. Now, the question is, what can be... Okay, wait a second. I don't think there's anything that will opportunity fire them, I think. But we'll find out. enemy seen. Actually, my tanks aren't even buttoned. Go figure. That's shocking. I don't know how the hell they're not buttoned. I mean, well, this one for sure should be buttoned because he was fired at like fucking 4 times, 5 times. Wow. Okay, that's kind of surprising. That is very surprising. I mean, you know, he's not even any suppression. How the hell does that happen? I mean, he threw the kitchen sink at him. I mean, he didn't hold back with anything. He used the main gun and machine gun, so there really ought to be some suppression on him. Okay, so not even one, not even 1 point. How? How? Okay, so problem here is, I mean, this is not gonna work for very long because he'll just move stuff back again. To be seen, not the tanks. And line of sight. Yeah, we need to go one more. It doesn't help. There's no line of sight here. So the only place this line of sight is there. The tanks would have to move up further, pretty far forward in order to get a shot. Let's see that side, or they could move back. Yeah, that's the other option they have. But then we're taking very long shots at each other and probably not very effective. I mean, the cruiser has a really good armor on it. The 37mm will penetrate, but actually, I don't know what the penetration number is for that. You can't see that, and you have to actually look in the encyclopedia for that. Unfortunately. Okay, so I don't know what I got movement left. I don't know whether I want to move him further back even. I got one more hex left there. We'll decide that later. So he is pinned. Will he rally again? Is it worthwhile trying to rally him again? What exactly do I have left here? Not much. Not much. So mortar will move back, I think. I think anybody who moves here is gonna get take quite a beating. So actually, probably better moving everybody back. Will he rally? Does he? Yes, he has rally points left from somewhere. From somewhere. Well, might love to see. Actually, from somewhere. Does he have any for himself? Yes, he has. A lot of smoke here, so that may work. That may help. Okay, let's put the mortar there. You won't be able to fire, but that's okay. Okay, well, that puts him in line of sight of that. Okay, the sergeant reduced suppression again. He's still pinned though. Can he rally again? Does anybody else need to be rallied? That's the question. No. No. So let's rally him again. Oh, wow, that sergeant. Good on him. Okay, now there's three of them there, unfortunately. Um, so, where is this enemy seen? Not there. Way back there. We're not actually able to see anybody close by. Yep, that's the only one. And that brings another one back into view. Okay, he's not gonna put smoke down. Nope, he's not gonna put smoke down. Damn it. Nope, he's not gonna put smoke down. Not sure why that is. Is it because that's disabled? Let's see. Nope. No idea. Says he has smoke ammo, but he's not willing to use it. Same year. I wonder. Let's see. Oh. Wonder if that's to do with the height difference. I've never seen that before. There's no suppression. I can't see any other reason that they not. Oh, it did say put smoke there, but it didn't actually put the smoke there. Yeah, it says smoke hex 6128, but then it didn't. Well, okay, never mind. Pull him back another one, and pull him back another one, since he won't actually do that. So he's not wanting to do that. On line of sight, but he's moving very fast now, so that may not be very useful for him. But what the hell? No. Yeah, I'm actually gonna pull them back as far as possible. Yeah, I think that's not really. I mean, unless I can get, there's no way. I mean, this one is not gonna get any shots in. There's too much smoke around. However, you may be able to support them there, or well, he'll just move up here and take a shot from there, I think. So actually, mean, as we can see here, that's not a difficult thing. My question is, do I set the range to actually hit that? What about this one? Nope. Okay, he's not going to be in line of sight of anybody. There's no position that he can get a tank into and still have a reasonable chance of getting a hit. Because they'd be moving too fast to get into that position. I could decide to move them up. So actually, I'm going to take a chance and leave them there for this turn. I mean, they moved really... This one actually didn't move that fast. The 3x's is enough to throw the aim off quite a lot. This one moved 3x's as well. Normally I would, if I was gonna expect to be shooting with the tank while I'm moving, then I would, well, it's not me, but I mean, you can't really move more than 1 or 2 x's. Even 2 x's, you'll notice a big difference in your chances of getting a hit. So it's actually better to fire first if you're gonna fire and then move. If you have to move, then you only want to make sure you're moving 1 x. 2 x's you're probably pushing it. 3 x's, forget it. The chances of hitting are considerably diminished from a tank. Remember in World War II there were no stabilized guns. Any movement would throw it off. I think you can have like the game doesn't take into account gunner skill. There's armored command, but it doesn't give anything for whether. So I don't know if this fire control and the rangefinder make any difference for that kind of thing. Probably not, because the problem is like the problem is the movement. It's not. I mean, like lack of gyroscopic stabilizer on the gun means that it's not actually steady. So that just doesn't work that well. It's always fun watching a modern battles thing like the war game series. I mean that you know tanks moving around, the Abrams tanks moving really fast and taking shots, and yeah, they can do that most of the time. So I'm gonna actually leave the tanks there. I think movement on this side is done. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get hit with mortar fire. Some of my movements are fairly obvious. Actually, he has not moved. So he should move. Probably this way. Yeah. Okay. Now, I mean, this guy's in trouble because he's taken a lot of hits, and there's really not much he can do. I mean, this is all the infantry I got left. There's a high probability this platoon is just going to get wiped out here. They actually may get wiped out saving the tanks. That's probably what's going to happen. And they're not cheap, so it's not really a fair trade. The tanks are what, 50 to 53 points. Well, I mean, 1 squad, yeah, but if a whole platoon, no. A whole platoon is a lot of points. It's not. A whole platoon is probably worth double in terms of points. I assume the platoon got wiped out. It's probably close to double what that tank is worth, so it's not worth it. 1 squad, maybe. I mean, the squad is only 22 points, so you're looking at a different ratio, but yeah. Anyway, you know, this is the thing. You watch me fuck up, live on Twitch. Anyway, so moving on to this side, I'm just gonna be doing a bit of movement. I don't see. Uh, just let's zoom out. I think it might be. Well, there's not really much you can see from here. That's the problem. So this one can see up there. Still not terribly helpful. So I can move up this way, but I'm thinking actually moving up that way instead. Let's see. We have a little bit of line of sight that way. You can see a little bit up that way. Okay, so this one. Let's take a look at that a little closer. If he moves up here, he's gonna have no support. He moves there. Should be able to see a little bit more up onto that, I think. No, the trees will still block that. You can see up there a little bit. It's kind of one of those things I'm probably gonna get shot at, but what the fuck. And so far, nothing. Okay. Actually, nothing. Wow. Okay. I just realized I might be able to see that from back here. Oh, yep. I can see up there. So I can see onto the plateau. I can actually see past it a little bit. No, that's still the height 20. So I can see onto that little flat top hill here. But I can't see past it though. That's the problem. What can I see this way? Nothing new. Okay, this side. Now, really should zoom out here and have a look around this way because I have to keep reminding myself, line of sight, line of sight, line of sight. Where can you really be seen from? Under ideal conditions. Emphasizing ideal conditions. See, like look at this weird line of sight here. Like, who the hell would expect that? Like, yeah, it's just something you have to get used to. And I'm not, obviously. One would think I've just started playing the game last week, but in actual fact, I have been playing it a long time. I just never really learned anything. That's the problem. Okay, so his actual line of sight is quite limited there. Scroll, please. Not terribly helpful. Okay, so on this side we have infantry moving up over here. There was some action here. I probably should watch the replay again. Okay, let's turn that on. I need to pay attention to this area. There was somebody moved up there, so... Unfortunately, it's a long turn, so there's a lot of stuff. Oh, it's his scout team that was destroyed. That was one hell of an exchange of fire. Yeah, notice that the tank's not opportunity firing at it. And this is the disadvantage of it, how this works, is my range was set very low, but he started firing at me, so then the range went up. Okay, here we go. Pulling back, don't know. Well, I disappeared. Could mean they just had a line of sight, or anyway. Well, that definitely scrolled off. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at the file. On me, while the game freezes, when I tab out, well, it's a fairly common problem actually. When I tab out, it happens even in Windows, so it's not really. See, we got the first shot in. My 38T actually got the first shot. No, that's not it. Is that today's one? I keep forgetting it actually appends to the file, so I think I may have erased it. So yeah, that looks like we actually had a 48% chance of getting a hit on the first. When the tank came over the hill, it caused 2 casualties right off the bat. And we definitely got a hit, but the ammo didn't. No effect. Damn it. I think the ammo, the 37mm is just not capable of hitting it. Which is actually another reason not to take tanks at this stage, because they're really not. The better tanks are just expensive, and that's just not. It's just not worth the points, unless you really know how to use them. In which case you can live with the fact that you have less units. And that exchange of fire, well, because the 38T got the first hit in, the cruiser was not in good shape after that, and its chances of hitting never really got any better. I think it gets up to yeah, it never gets above 20%. So that's why it survived. Yeah, okay, so looking for the cavalry. I think that's actually near, so I can go back here. So this is the cavalry moving in. Yeah. This is all on the south side of the road. This is on the north side. Cavalry moves in, they got a hit, cavalry fired, shoots and fired back, got a hit. Cavalry fired, no, they got a second shot in, more hits, the cavalry pulled back. That they were at 6. Possible they were actually dispersed. That's a lot of hits in one turn. They took 6 hits in one turn. Ouch. German units are really, really very good. I mean, I suck at using them. That's the problem. But I still think they're the best unit for a beginner player. I mean, they have disadvantages because the main disadvantage is the cost. But I still think they're the best units for the best nation for a beginner. They just have, they're just useful in a lot of ways. I just suck. I'm just not good enough to, use them to the best of what they can do. Okay, so I don't know. It's hard to can't tell if they were dispersed. So I don't know if there's anybody there. Let's go back here. Let's look around. Can't see him, but that doesn't mean anything. Bigger problem is up on this side because I don't know anything here. So if I move up here, okay, we know there's nobody over here. No, there's nobody there. At least let's give me a 1 hex limit on that. Let's just confirm. Okay, so we're gonna move him here, I think. Well, that'll tell me if there's anybody here, because he's gonna take a shot if there is. Don't see how. I don't know how to avoid it. Big, large infantry units dragging really big guns around. No way to hide at 2 hexes. So, yep. Okay. Well, you may leave him. I might not rally him. So the question is anybody here? How to find out? How to find out? There's only one way to find out. Problem is it could be over here, I think. Yeah. Gonna see this way. Actually, I should rally him again. Yeah, so I can try and get him out of that hex. This area has actually become a bit tricky for me because I don't know. I'm actually tempted to just pull him back. I haven't decided whether I'm going to take any victory X's yet. To be honest, I'm just tempted to leave it and not bother. I mean, the battle is lost. Might as well make it a complete crushing defeat. In my opinion, I did not play well enough to actually. I gotten these by accident more than anything else. I mean, he's moving infantry up this side a year, so I don't know. There's probably infantry moving up this side already. He had a lot of them. He had a lot of infantry. So now they're gonna take a bit of time to move through the trees. And they're moving at 5. So I'd rather be ready to take them on rather than moving to take that. It's not a priority for me at all. Um, I'm gonna lose a lot of units. Crushing defeat incoming. Taking a few of these is probably not gonna change that. I this is it's 250 points. If you take 4 of them, that's 1,000 points. I don't think that'll actually change the outcome that much. It might move from being a crushing defeat to a major defeat or whatever it is, but it doesn't really matter. It's not, the other things I don't know. I I need to scout first before I can just step out and take position. Because like, look at this, right? I have this nice little line of sight back here. A heavy machine gun or something. Yeah, not too happy with that. So the question is, do I pull them back? I don't know. I don't know what to do here. Because I have to move up, and I mean that's really. I'd rather just have him move in, and have me shoot at him at this point. So the question, these guys did not actually come under attack. These guys were fired at, so they sort of have to move. Oh, do I move forward or do I stay back here? If he moves forward, there's chances he's going to get attacked by 2 different units here. I think both of them are likely, because I think there's probably, for this one, if he moves up here, he's got this line of sight across here. So this actually comes under attack from that position as well. So actually I'm more interested in finding out if there's anybody over here. So I'm gonna move here instead. You won't be able to see him from there, I think. Ooh, maybe you will. No, he won't. Well, tell me if there's anybody across here. Enemy seen. Nothing spotted on that side. Okay. Actually, you can only see one enemy. That's very strange. Okay, I forgot there's a height 1 thing here. Yeah. Actually, oh, there's smoke. Ah, okay. Yeah, it's time for him to bug out of here, I think. And you can still see one enemy. And the tank. Okay, I want to find something out. So we're gonna put the scout here. see. Way there. Unless they're standing still. Okay, no, we can't see through the smoke. Okay, well, that does not help. I'd leave him there. So I'm actually thinking moving this way, but actually there's a depression here, which may prove useful, but don't know whether that's helpful or not. Height 10 trees, so if he moves over into this position, well, he can't get over there in one turn, unfortunately. Don't want to leave him here. Don't know where to put him. Okay, well, I don't know. Options are there. I don't really want to go into the year because well, I know there's nobody here, but I suspect there's somebody over here, so I don't really want to have him get shot from possibly two different units. Anyway, this one can move up, maybe. Actually, so he hasn't taken a hit yet. Yeah, I just realized I didn't check. Okay, he actually can't be seen from anywhere else. From memory, yeah, we can be seen from that position. You can actually see up there. Wish you could see into this area. But unfortunately not. Okay. He has not moved in a while. So this one's still the question. I don't know whether it's a good whether it's worth the risk to put him in here. um, mm, I do need somebody up on this side though. Simply because if I don't do that, then somebody can move up here. So, do I take the chance, move up? Okay, I don't know. I feel that he has to move, but if I move him there, then I'd lose opportunity fire on the side if anybody tries to move up, because I don't have anything covering that. So in actual fact, this one should be moving over the year. I've got more than enough units on that side. If I leave him there, he's probably gonna get hit. Damn it. I really do a good job of getting myself confined, don't I? Must have a prisoner mentality or something. If I move there, that at least covers this area still. He might move up that way. I don't think he's seen that one. So if he moves up this way, then he has to move a lot faster, but there's a risk of putting him in the fire, and the burning hex. Or is that predictable? I don't know. Yeah, let's do that anyway. Like a good opportunity to find out how the suppression goes up. I'm actually gonna move him here. In preparation for moving him back that way. So we'll find out how much the fire increases suppression. I think it's quite a lot actually. So that's not ideal, but what the hell. Because actually what I'd like to do is get him across to this side, but it's difficult to do in one move. Ends up being in the open, and not very handy. So I'm actually going to move the scouts this way. Now, okay, these guys did not actually move, which is not helpful. The mortar has to move. Okay. So I'm actually gonna... Does this mortar have much ammo left? He's got a bit. So, okay, we're gonna... But here. Okay, that needs to be cancelled. Actually, I might be able to shift it. Oh yeah. I should bring it in fairly quickly. Actually, it'll arrive before he gets to do anything. I like that. So he has a person of 3. I'm actually going to leave him. I'm not going to rally him at all. Okay, so that's it, I think. Oh, back here. Ooh, actually got a hit on him. Okay, so how much movement do these guys have available? A fair amount. Take another shot. And that's pretty much the only time you actually see a disperse message, when you're actually in line of sight. So there's plenty of places you can come in to attack here. We're moving very fast. So we might actually set ranges quite long on these guys. I don't know. I just don't know. Okay, so back here. Actually, any of the enemy need to be rallied some more. Let's try rallying him again. Okay, good. Well, that helps. And let's try rallying him again. Nope, rally attempt fails. Okay, so okay, he does not need to be rallied. Oh, wrong. They only have a couple of rounds of HE left. You can actually see this one. Oh, okay. They're still, what's naming? They're still deploying smoke somewhere, which is not quite pointless. Maybe. Oh, wrong one. Yeah. They got attacked, but the orders are still there to deploy smoke. Don't know whether this... Actually, there's quite a lot of smoke here now. The situation isn't as bad as it was before. Okay, let's cancel it then. Does that allow them to actually fire this turn? I'm just mucking about now. Like, hey, I'm gonna play this to the end, and what the hell? You might as well just have a little bit of fun. I don't know, because I actually think I'm gonna need to enable their rifles. Yeah, that's probably a good idea, since they need to defend themselves. Now, I should set their ranges low, though, because, yeah, don't really want them to opportunity fire. That would actually help the enemy, because makes them a better target. Okay, am I finally done? Okay. LMGs have, yeah, the heavy MGs have not fired, but there's actually no point. Let's just find out what that chance is. 26%. Well, they don't stand a chance. I mean, that's my point. The mortars have no chance. I got some machine gun support here, but they're not exactly resistant. I mean, they have no armor at all. So, one rifle shot and they go boom. So, yeah. The only advantage I have is that they move in very, very fast. If they slow down and actually start moving like infantry, then they actually have a much better chance of doing some, like, a lot more damage. But he's relying on their speed, so I can't hit them, but they can't hit anything either. That's why that one moved in, attacked 3 different units, and just didn't get any really great. Didn't get any kills. I mean, they should have, right? Mortar units are not exactly well protected. So that's the explanation I can come up with of why when that cavalry unit moved in and just didn't really get any kills there. I don't think it caused any. Yeah, it did. Oh, it did hurt them. Yeah, they caused damage. They killed a few men. There were casualties. There were casualties there. So it wasn't that ineffective. Yeah, well, it wasn't that ineffective. It didn't quite get a kill though. That's like a destroyed unit. But I think next turn, that's it. There's an awful lot of them moving in. I'm not in a good position to actually fire at any of these, so I might have to look at how I set my ranges on that. I think that's it. About time. Yeah. The 2 hour, what's the name? Unfortunately, that is how it will be. No, these battles are just really difficult for me. I can't make quick decisions on it. I actually did fairly well. I didn't really struggle too much with making decisions. It gets easier when you have fewer choices. When you have too many choices, it just gets ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh, artillery fire, that's the only one I can think of. The other ones moved. These guys are in a bit of a pickle here, so they're gonna dealing with their own issues. Sniper can't actually see anybody. Curious, what is that? Let's just enable that. What is these chances of hitting any of these guys? Ah, okay, the other one is not in range. Okay, well, I think that's it. So let's look at ranges and yeah, so that's gonna be critical, I think. Actually, I figured you'd go for the A0 unit first. I mean that results in a much more critical hit for the side, because they start taking, if you can kill that, they start taking force morale hits. Of course, I've got two heavy MGs very close to it. Well, he's not going to know that, right? So yeah, it's interesting choice. I guess he figures the mortars are a bit of more of a threat. However, considering that the one mortar platoon is already out of ammo, Yeah, they're not really that much of a problem anymore. um, so, um, anyway, so Rangers, Isa didn't fire this turn, so they can be left at 3. We'll leave the mortar there. You can see one enemy. I'm guessing that if he moves up, he has to move up over the hill. He has to move across here. Yeah, it's bad for him because there's no what's the name. It's gonna come under fire from a lot of different units. You can't really help him. His line of sight's quite restricted there. Well, if they move up, yeah, it's not gonna be that much. It's not gonna be much help. Tempted to actually put smoke because that would give him the best chance. They'd have to close in a lot more. Yeah, I think that's the best chance. I think. Does he have smoke? No, he has no smoke. Ha 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 ha. No, that's not an option. Right. Well, I don't know. I'm anticipating that most of this platoon is going to get wiped out. I don't really see how they can hold on. They took a really good beating last turn. We have almost no squads that are in good shape. He hasn't taken any hits, but yeah. Okay, well, where was I? Yeah, so, ranges. I got distracted. I made my choices, I'm stuck with him. Yeah, so here's a problem here as well. I got his range set to 3. 0 actually, because he's a weakened unit. Okay, so, yeah, I'm gonna set the ranges down to 0, because I don't see, there's no point in them opportunity firing. Me. Now the tanks won't opportunity fire at the infantry, unfortunately, so that's no help there. But they're gonna take a hit, no matter what. No matter what. Actually, does he even have? His weapons are still on, so he will defend himself if they shoot at him. I'm gonna set the range to 0. He's out in the open. I can't really risk moving him another X because that'll make it even worse. So he's gonna die. That's for sure. He's in line of sight of 3 of them. As soon as one of them fires at him, he'll actually opportunity fire back, and then they'll just pick him off, right? So, unfortunately, trying to decide should I take a shot with that one. But anyway, let's not go down that road yet. We're checking ranges. Actually, if they have smoke, let's see. Do they have smoke? Nope, they have no smoke. He has 1 smoke, but they seem to be not interested in deploying smoke down the hill here, so Yeah, I don't know what I can do. Let's just see. Let's see if it'll deploy smoke. Wait a minute. So, I'll leave it because I need to be able to tell where they are. But of course, if he gets killed, then it doesn't really help. Yeah, so the tank can't move up that way. Anyway, where are we? Yeah, leaving that at 3. That's 0. Range of 0. Leave that at 3. One enemy seen. His suppression is pretty good, so if he fires at me, I might get a shot. I get the fire back anyway. Range of 3, range of 3, range of 3. Mortar is firing here. And okay, these guys are at range of 4. Can he actually see? Not a hell of a lot. Yeah, I'm actually gonna, well, I mean, we can't actually see through that smoke, so the only place they could be attacked from is this side. If they come into the line of sight, otherwise they have to get really close, so they're more likely to move up this way. Range of 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's leave it like that. Range of 6. Yeah, so they have to move forward. I'm gonna leave that at 6, and I'm not doing anything with him. He has no chance against the one of these unless it turns around and shows his rear armor, but that's not likely to happen. The range of 1, range of 1. Okay, so he's moving very fast. It's gonna get him into trouble, I'm pretty sure. I should actually go back and look at that. Because what kind of trouble is he gonna get into? This is the question. Okay, can't be seen from there. He should be alright. I don't think anybody's seen him move that fast, so. And let's see. Ranges, yeah. Range is 0. Range of 3. I turned the rifles on. I don't know if that's a good idea. Actually, it's not a good idea. Because that makes, because they'll opportunity fire, and then that they'll get, they'll make them easier to hit. I don't, because they won't opportunity fire with the mortars, I think. These guys didn't. So if they opportunity fire with the rifles, then that actually makes them an easier target. So I'm going to keep those turned off. Doesn't mean they can't shoot back, but I don't think it really matters. There's only 4 men in there anyway. Some of these have been reduced to 1 man. So as we'll see in a second. I'm gonna leave those off. I don't think it helps them at all. Okay, yeah, leave those off. Right, but wait a second. So we're gonna set that to 9. Yeah, let's reset that to 0. Since I'm not gonna do anything. Reset that to 0. Turn that off. They're gonna get destroyed no matter what I do, I think. So it doesn't really matter. Yeah, like there's 1 man left in the squad, so they actually can't even use the rifle because you can only use the mortar, and he doesn't have anything left there anyway. Because you need at least the number of men to use the different weapons, so you need at least 2 men to use both weapon slots. So in this case, he could only fire his mortars anyway, but that's not going to really help him. Actually, considering he doesn't have any ammo, what the hell? We'll see how that works. But I'll still leave the range at 0 though. Yeah, he's got 2 men left, so actually both of those would work. Depends whether they get suppressed too fast or not. Does the mortar have a minimum range? I think they do. That's possibly why he wasn't inclined to fire at it. Let's make that 0. Yeah, I'm gonna leave those rifles on because they might as well. I don't know if this one will actually work because my understanding is that you need, in order to fire the second slot, you need to have enough men. So there's 4 slots. You need a minimum of 4 men remaining in the squad in order to fire every single weapon in it. And there's only 1 man left, so I don't think that's gonna work. Mortars. He's okay. Probably should move that, but I don't. Maybe it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Where am I gonna put it? I mean, I can put it over here. That's the best I could do is move them out of the way this way. Yeah, let's do that. And ranges can be left as it is. Okay, well, range at 6. That's getting close. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. Range of 6, that's fine. Tanks. You can't really see. Well, actually, no. Actually, yeah, here's the thing. Zoom out a bit. You can move up here. Damn it. What else could he do? The range is 40. 16. So, we're looking at about 16 hexes, so... don't know, that's kind of cutting it a bit close. Actually, there's no other place he can be hit from, so I'm going to leave that at 10. These ones, this is a bit more... Fight at 8. That was around there. Range on that is 25. It might be a bit long. I will allow him to fire at whatever. Let's see. What can he? I just set the range to 0. There's plenty of places where you can approach here without actually being seen. So, yeah, I'm going to set it very long. I think that's just too long range for them to actually be very accurate, and not to mention that the target will be moving very fast. So, now he can only call up artillery in his turn, so it'll take a turn for it to arrive. So I have to move these next turn, assuming they live that long, and that's it. Okay, so let's see. End the turn. Okay, so